Welcome to Bleaders, where you can learn and discover from those that take committed action in their business. Learn from their experience, knowledge, and wisdom, born out of putting their time and effort into what has purpose and meaning for them as leaders. Their self-direction gives them continued motivation in the face of hardship. And from them, we too can be inspired to discover our very own path of value and committed action. Please welcome your host, Dov Ben Yaakov Kurtzman.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Bleaders with myself, Dov Ben Yaakov Kurtzman. Very excited, very excited today. My guest, Shai Slagter. I've known him for many years. I have great respect from him for a number of reasons, but we're here to talk about business, and I have an amazing respect for him because he opened a company from zero and built it into nothing less than a mini empire, and so fast growing and so well directed that I think you're going to learn a lot from him today. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Shai in from the green room and we'll have a chat with him. Hello, Shai, and welcome to Bleaders.
Hi, Dov. How are you?
Wonderful. It's very exciting for me to have you on here, especially because, first of all, we're great friends, and I've known you for many years. I know your family, and I know what kind of person of integrity you are, and that's the kind of people that I want on this show so that we can learn from you. You are CEO of the SQR Security Solutions Group, and you're based in London. Now, I know that you have an amazing array of clientele. I see it from your website, and I know it from knowing you. And I also know that you were involved in some sort of training or security for even Buckingham Palace for the royal family. So if you can, for the people who don't know you, give me an idea of who you are and what is this SQR group?
With pleasure. First, thank you for having me. You forgot one small detail, that I owe you my life. Because of you, I'm happily married, and thank you for that. The best thing in my life. But let's go to the real business.
Well, I always love that, the fact that we have that connection, and yeah, the feeling is definitely mutual. First of all,
thank you. So my background started in the army, military background over 17 years. I finished as a major. Then I been sent as a diplomat to Moscow as a security attaché. After 2 years, they sent me to London, and I was responsible for the aviation security in the UK, Ireland, and Scotland. When I finished this role, I didn't want to move again. I fell in love with London, and I decided to stay. And it was my first time in the private sector. I always worked for the government before. And the first role that I've been asked to do, it was the head of security of the Euro Cup in 2012. And after I finished with this project in Poland and Ukraine, I've decided to set up my own company. And with my business partner, we set up SQR Group back in 2012. SQR stands for security, quality, and reliability. Security, I know I just told you everything I've done before. Reliable, I believe I am. I hope I am. But the quality is not about me. The quality in the end is who represent me in front of my clients. And in the beginning, it was very hard to find the quality that we were looking for. And, we are coming from a background of years and years and years in the industry, but in the end, because of the equal opportunity laws and here you don't have to go to the army. So the level of awareness here compared to where we are coming from is huge. There is a huge gap. And all we thought is how to minimize this gap and to provide quality. So we started to interview lots of people, ex-army, people that in the industry, those supervisors, security guards, close protection officers. And we realized that in a half an hour interview, it's very hard to find the right, let's call it product at the moment, the right product that we are looking for. So we said, okay, so we need to build up product. And then we realized that we need to train the people. So we set up a training school, a security school. So basically we were training the people. So now people coming to SQR to do the course in order to get the license. So I have the privilege to assess the people from 5 days to depends what course they are taking, to 3 weeks. And then when I see the best of the best in our courses, then I'm offering them a job. I'm asking them if they are free and they're looking for a job. And immediately after a while, all of a sudden our clients started to say, wow, tell me, do you have more of these kind of people? I have a small building and I need concierge plus security. The other one said, I have a small airport. Can you do airport security? And then we started to grow up. And every year we really went up, and we came up. We are now over almost 600 people just for the security personnel. And one of the things that we were missing, because we have the manpower, we have the knowledge, but to complete the synergy, we said there is something more that's missing. And we add the technology side of the security. So today, SQR Group is training school, it's security provider, it's a technology provider, and we have a big monitoring center that we can secure and monitor from our command and control center, and to help the employees on the ground. Our employees, even if they are a lone worker, they're never alone. There is someone that's watching them, calling them, talking to them. Once an hour, it's the minimum, visiting them on site. We have rangers and contract managers. And if you ask what is the biggest secret is leading by example. And when I say leading by example,
just for a second, because I want to zone in on this. I, for instance, don't know anything about your industry, but what I do know is that you're not alone in the market. So there are other security companies, there are other companies that deal in technology and have manpower and so on. But there is something I feel special about your company that seems to be not only attractive to manpower, but attractive to your clientele. You were just about to touch, I think, on personal example. Is this what makes your company different than others?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I told you I grew up in the army, basically. And for me, to lead is to lead from the ground, not from the office. And for example, we have a board of directors, we have lots of people in the company. So all the headquarters, they all qualified as security officers, and they must minimum once a week to take a shift on the ground as a security officers, including me, the CEO. You can see me standing 8 hours in school or bar mitzvah or a party or to escort high net individuals.
Okay.
Everyone must. Only I can release for once if someone have a problem, but they must be on the ground minimum once a week, and they need to visit all sites. And when we are coming to a teamwork, for example, we will never take the team leader position. We will take the hardest position, where it's cold, where it's raining, and where it's the most that no one wants to take this position. We will be there.
Okay, so I see this as not just a personal example for your company, but this certainly sounds that this is a model for anybody that's running a company, because, you know, there was even television programs on about, you know, like the boss in disguise, and he goes and try, you know, but these are just for television programs, really. Nobody I've heard of.
I know many companies that this is what they do. They have the people on the ground, and they sit walking, meeting new clients, and they have all excuses why not to be involved with what's
Right.
happening. Because when something happened, when I'm talking to the client, I know everything.
Right.
I know exactly how they feel. And you know, you send someone, he's standing in the rain, his ability to respond zero, but no one will tell you. And the team leader will keep sending them to these positions. And then you're coming and you say, hey, what are you doing? If I will stand here because the problem will come from there, I still can respond. I have the cover. I have everything. And this is how we take care of our people. And when you are doing it with them, they're so appreciated. And you know, I can call anyone, middle of the night. I will tell him, listen, Dov, I need you in an hour to come and cover something. I'm telling you, 100% everyone will come.
So in your industry, from what I know, the turnover of staff is usually quite high. They don't usually last that long in the companies. Is that different in your company then?
Totally different. Yeah, we have people that from the beginning still working with us. I never say for us, I said with us. And you know, every Christmas everyone coming in, and we're doing and if there are sites that we cannot, we are sending them the same budget and the template of what we are doing, that they will do the same. And there is one thing that we are doing every year, because it's funny, because today one of the employees came and he says, we are meeting at least once a week, once a year, he's telling me. You know why? Because during Christmas, you know that there are no transportation.
Right.
So all the head office, including me, Yael, Avi, all the directors and everyone driving and taking from home all employees that working and bringing the others home every Christmas.
Wow.
For 8 years. We are doing it, and we have the same people that we are, and we are taking the farthest that we can.
Yeah.
And we are driving for them days and nights for all the period that there is no transportation, and we take them to work and home.
Wow, that's impressive. So they do feel loyal to your company then?
1,000,000%.
So I'm going to ask you, Shai, that is what's been going on since 2012. And then 2020, there is an international disaster, basically, not man-made this time, but natural disaster. Well, let's hope it's a natural disaster and not man-made, of a pandemic of the coronavirus, which is affecting the best of companies in the world. There's no doubt about it. Nobody is immune. How is it affecting your company, and what can we learn from you then on how to get through this?
There is a sentence that I always say: you always need security. Even if there is a peace, someone needs to secure the peace. So yes, it hit us as well, and I need to send a bit more than 100 people home. But I will touch. I will say I sent them home, but I will talk about it. But we found other niche. For example, we were working in a building. This building needed a team of 8 or 9 people, and now they shut down the building, and they said, "Hey guys, we don't need security," but we came up with other offer. Let's put CCTV on. We will monitor. We will send you a ranger to visit 3-6 times in 24 hours. We will do call outs for you for everything. So, for example, all the theaters, I have big group of theaters that I'm responsible of. So now I'm doing all the call outs, all the alarms, all the technicians that coming in, and I'll do the open and lock up. So basically, yes, we needed to send some people home. But on the other hand, we grew up in a different scope that we never thought about it before. So you need to be creative. Now, when I said that we send people home, and I want to bring it back to the table, we didn't send them actually home. We put them on furlough.
Yeah.
And it was very important for us. We could send everyone home. It would save, even though that you said that furlough is a governmental grant, it's not exactly. You need to pay for some of the holidays, so it costs you money. But we were happy to invest in our people.
Right.
Okay. And one thing that we said and we built up a plan is to keep them in the loop. You're not allowed to ask them to work or do such a thing. But what we've done, every week, the HR and people from the head office film a video which congratulating people birthday. We send them cards. We updated them what happening, where we are, what we are expecting. Sometimes we send them some brief about something that's happening. We will send them tips and ideas how to keep safe in these times. We always asking about the families, and they're not. They stayed with us all the time, even though that they were on furlough.
Wow.
And now, when places started to open, we are bringing back in August the 1st 60. So there will be 40 more that will wait a bit. But everyone wants. When they heard that the 60 people can come back, everyone fought for it, even though that they can sit at home and get money. Yeah. They wanted to come back to work.
Wow, that is extremely impressive. So I'm hearing two things for you that I think.
I'll tell you something again. Sorry about that. We always say once SQR, always SQR, and SQR is a family. It's everyone's family. It's not just my family, my own family, because I'm the owner. No. And I can go and talk to the end security officer, and I will talk to him like he's my partner. And if you will ask any of our employees any question about the company, they know everything by heart.
I think family is definitely the feeling I get and the word to use, although it's not the first time that that's been used in companies, but sometimes it's just kind of thrown around. We're a big family, but from what you're describing, it really does sound like a family. In other words, not everything is hunky-dory and fun and so on, but the one thing about what I'm getting from you is the fact that everybody is constantly informed, the fact that they're still going through it with you, even though they're sitting at home, the fact that people in your company, including yourself, are concerned about your staff to the point where you're still involved in their private lives, their birthdays, how are they getting on through this pandemic, and so on, does give you a feeling of belonging. And I think, especially in a pandemic as the one that we're going through, of belonging is extremely important, because this whole business of isolation can really affect your mental health. It can affect your physical health. And if you still feel that you belong, that could possibly support that whole internal system of psychology and emotional side of your staff. But on the other hand, I want to also mention what I got from you that could be very valuable to others. But I'd like to ask you a little bit more about it. You said you have to be creative and kind of light on your feet almost, where you manage to kind of change your product offer according to the circumstances that you find yourself in with this pandemic. My question to you is, how do you manage to do that so quickly? For instance, is it something that you like wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh, this is what we're going to do? Or is it something that's brought in with the rest of the people you work with or your board? How do you come so quickly to a change of product and actually go out and materialize it?
So it's a combination of everything you just said. I can wake up in the middle of the night with an idea, but I'm accepting everyone's idea. Everyone. I can show you emails that employees sending me as a business idea that they have, okay? And we will take it all the way and we will support his idea, and maybe a business will come out of it and we'll be more than happy, and he would like to stay and to manage this idea inside. But in combat, for example, you need to improvise all the time. You don't have the luxury to sit back and say, okay, let's plan. Let's now take scenarios and build up a plan. This is good. In normal times, let's plan the next year. But bam, everything is down, and everyone confused. And wait a second, what we will do with the theaters, and what we will do with this building, and what we will do with that community. You don't have the time and the luxury to think too much, too long, and between the problem and the best solution, there is a gap. But there is something always, and you can fix it all the way. But you cannot stay in the problem and wait for the best solution. Give solution first. Give solution. Now the client is concerned. Don't worry, we will never leave you. You know what? My clients, wealthy clients, even I postponed the payments because think about a very high-end club that makes millions turnover of millions. Okay, all of a sudden he have nothing.
Right.
Think about the loss, and they have so many expensive items inside. What they will do? And they don't have a turnover at all now. I never left them. I stayed there. And I'm securing, and I pay my employees, even though that they can't pay me at the moment, but I know that they will. And it's about trust.
That is seriously trust.
It's about trust. And I know my clients. My clients knows me. They know that I will give them everything. And they will appreciate it. And they will be there for me when I will need them. But now, in these kind of times, it's not time to negotiate and do these games. It's give what you can, and you will earn respect. And if you will earn this respect, your clients will be there for you as well. And this is what happened. And you know what? It's from day one. It's not just because of the COVID. It's always, we gave always the 100% to our clients, 150%.
So what I'm seeing, Shai, we're running out of time now, unfortunately, but to summarize, what I'm getting from talking to you is loyalty to your clients, loyalty to your staff, and to be light and flexible on your feet in case there are changes, whether there are changes in the world circumstances or just in your clients' circumstances, so that you can continue to offer a solution, even though it might not be perfect, but it'll be enough to be able to put your client at ease that you are still standing by them. Would you say that was what the message is?
Absolutely.
I think that's worth the 20 minutes talking to you, Shai. I think it's if somebody wants to get in touch with you either for advice or for your services, what would be the best way of getting in touch with you?
Through the website or Facebook. It's sqrgroup.com, or try to look for SQR Group in Google. You will find us immediately.
So sqrgroup.com or SQR Group in Google, and they'll be able to get to you if there's anyone seeing this that would like to get some more information from you. In the meantime, Shai Slagter, thank you very much for being on Bleaders.
Thank you for having me.
Disclaimer: the Bleaders Business Showcase Show is for entertainment purposes only and not professional advice. To inquire about something specific regarding the contents, we suggest you contact the guest speaker directly. Should you wish to apply to be a guest on the show, please contact Dov Benyakov-Kurtzman on factcpfa@gmail.com. Dov Benyakov-Kurtzman is founder of Heads Up CIO, a UK emergency response charity for cognitive psychological first aid, and is a highly experienced psychotherapist, executive business coach, and author of the book Mind Over Terror: 3 Weeks, 2 Cities, 1 Mission. With over 10,000 hours of experience and academic degrees in government, law, clinical social work, and a postgraduate diploma in psychiatry with distinction, Dov is well placed to help you. He's also available for public speaking and corporate training.